Okay, so hello again. This is going to be the second and hopefully concluding part of the 2018 Silverado Open, part of the 2019 Tenacious Golf Tour. I'm Tenacious Earl, and we've got a new leader here going into the third hole with the final group. The first group off is going into hole 8, so we'll pick up the action there. Remington Ramirez is leading at minus 18 with a three-way tie at minus 17, one stroke behind between Greer Copeland III, Braden LaSalle Jr., and John Westinghouse. We'll get right to the action here on Tabletop Baseball Plus. This is the 2018 Silverado Open from Napa Valley Country Club North Course. Okay, so bear with me as I try to get my camera angle back here where it was yesterday, thereabouts. I think that's pretty good, although it's not quite the same. I think I need to pull it back a little more. Okay. Um, so, um, so we're going to go to hole 8, and we have John Westinghouse, who has moved up into that area of minus 17. He started the day at minus 14 and ascended with 3 birdies. Actually, 4 birdies in 7 holes with a bogey thrown in there for just to try and work him out of it. So he's in a good shape right now. We'll see if he can keep it going. So let's see. The 8th hole, it's an easier par 4, although it's not cordial by any stretch, but it does have only 2 degrees of course difficulty. And I'm just going to go ahead and get going here with Westinghouse, who birdied 7. Maybe looking for another birdie here. And it's a white 2. So I'm trying to figure out why things seem a little different here. But I will take care of that once this hole is over. So he rolls 2-6-6, and he is a king, so he gets another blue chip. He's stockpiling them. 1 back, and maybe with a chance to move up. But it's a green 6, so that's going to make it a moderate birdie, I believe. Gallery cheers. Is he a hacker? He's not. Oh, it's a difficult birdie putt. So you're allowed to use up to 2 blue chips, which would take a difficult to an easy, which would be a 1 to 4 chance. But there's still that 1/3 chance of missing out, and that would be using a lot. So he is going to go ahead and try the difficult birdie, which would lead to then a moderate par. So if he can get a 1, he makes the difficult birdie. That's a 5. So now a moderate par, and he makes that. So he'll remain at minus 8. And we rolled a 5 there on the first roll, which he would have missed the easy birdie putt based on that roll. So now Gail Honorado, who is at minus 13, quite a ways back, and he rolls a 2-3-6. And he is not a duffer. Well, he ends up with a short game chance. Green 2. Normal short game. Is he stoned? He is not stoned, so he's going to have a pin shot. Chance to potentially knock it in here. Oh, we need to roll the white die. A 1 gives him a chance at it, but it's a 4. So that will leave him with a moderate putt for par. and he avoids a 6. All right, so I'm gonna bring up my banner here for a moment, and I'm going to mute and then try to get this camera squared away. I will be right back. Okay, I do think that's a touch better, so we'll give that a roll and see how that works. All right, so now we're going to go to hole 7. That's a pretty difficult par 3 here, and it's going to be Parker Melton sitting at minus 14. And it's going to be an 11 that's in the woods off the tee, so at least you have a chance to get up and down for par with a green 3, so pretty decent lie in the rough. And he's not a workman, so he ends up with a gimme par putt. So as long as he makes the 666 miss, and he does, he walks away from 7 with a par. Nick Yarlett, he is at minus 13. He's going to end up with a 13. He's in the sand and 1 of the green 5. That's not a great lie. See if he can find his way out. He's not sandy, so it's going to be a difficult putt for par. Difficult putt for par is 1 to 3. And he misses that. Now a moderate bogey putt, which he makes. So Yarlett, minus 12. So I'm going to try a little bit of housekeeping here as well. Bump the camera, but okay, I like that a little bit better. At least I think you can see Remington Ramirez there on the very left of your screen. All right, so Rance Aberley, who is at minus 15, he's 3 back here at the 6th. This is a birdieable hole, and he will have control. 4, 5, 6. That'll be golf cam green, I'm pretty sure, and it is. So a green 6. I think that's actually a good par 4. Green 6, friendly green, no. Laser, semi-laser with a dot. He gets a clutch putt for birdie here, and he acquired the gold from the Turney Perks and issue. So 1 to 5, and he will move up to minus 16, and he makes it. Birdie for Aberley. Get a little tight here. You can move that guy down just a little bit. Okay. So now Magallanes, who is sort of fallen away, he's 6 back. And it's going to be 26. Golf cam course, green 6 on a par 4. Is it daunting? No. He'll have a clutch putt for birdie. And with his blue chip, he will use it to make himself gold. And he makes the putt. So Aberley and Magallanes both birdie. And so that hole works out well for them. It's been, let's see, that's hole 6. 4 birdies, 1 bogey, and a par so far out of 3 groups that have played it. Now this one, this one has been the same, and I would expect more here with Sykes and McAdams ready to play. Eddie Sykes, who moved to minus 16 on the 4th, looking to maybe keep it going here and string birdies together. A 1-5-6 for Eddie. He is a legend, so he gets a big drive. Gallery cheers for a par 5, which gives him maybe an eagle look, but probably not here with the green 5. Is he a hacker? He is not listed as a hacker, so he gets strong applause. And so strong applause, we go ahead and re-roll the white die. It gives him a chance maybe at a birdie. And a 1, that's going to be a moderate birdie putt. He is going to take the 1 to 2 moderate birdie, not use the blue chip. It's not a great jump in odds. And he makes it. Back-to-back birdies for Eddie Sykes. He moves within 1 of the lead. And now Trent McAdams, also at minus 16. And a 3-4-4 on the par 5. Is he a yeoman or is he puny? No, he's neither of those. And is he cold? No, he's not cold. He's neutral. So we go to his mood, which he's a neutral mood. Green 3. Is he stormy? He's not stormy, so he has an easy putt for birdie. And in order to make sure that he does not mess up his mood, he's going to make that a gimme birdie with the blue chip, and it gives him a 6-6 miss roll. And he makes it, so he'll birdie and join Sykes and the others. It's getting a little crowded there. At minus 17. So, is there anything else I needed to do here? I don't think so. So we're starting to get a log jam here. Okay, we need to give Ramirez a blue chip because he is lucky. And he's going to play the 4th. Two under par so far, the leader at the 4th. And it's going to be a 24. That's in the bunker with his second shot. And a green 5. Not a very good lie there in the bunker. Can he get up and down? Second shot, 5. Is he sandy? No, Remington Ramirez is a master. He's not sandy. So it's going to be a difficult putt for par. Well, he will use his blue chip to make it moderate. So now only a 6 will derail a par here because he'll get another blue chip on the next hole and he makes it. So he'll remain 1 ahead. John Mulker's 2 back. Now he's also in the same bunker. 4 this time. Is he chunky? He's not chunky, so he'll end up with a moderate putt for par. So as long as he avoids a 6, and he does. Okay, back to 3 for LaSalle Jr. and Copeland III. And it'll be Greer. He's going to use the blue chip he has to get control of this hole. 1-5-6. That does not seem. I don't recall that being a very good roll, but let's see. Legend, or he is a legend, so he can't get a blue chip, but he does get that roll, and it's a green 1. That's a good one here if he's a champion. He is a champion. He'll have a gimme putt for birdie, and he will join Remington Ramirez unless it's a 6-6 roll here. And it's in the hole. So Greer Copeland III joins Ramirez at the top. Strategic use of the blue chip gets him a nice birdie on 4. And now LaSalle Jr. doesn't have a blue chip to use, so he's hoping maybe a 6 here. He doesn't get that. It's 23. It's in the rough in 2. And green 5 is going to be a tough ask for a par. Let's see. Master. Semi-master with a dot. So he does luck out here and gets an easy par out of it. So he has half master quality. And that is a par. It was a 3-4. All All right, so he'll remain one back after his bogey at 2 previously. Okay, so Ramirez and Copeland. I don't have the means to zoom in like I used to, so just kind of have to take my word for it right now. Maybe in the future I'll flip-flop these, because I don't think you can see, you might not be able to see the cards very well to begin with, but okay, so we get one time through. I'm going to go ahead and grab myself something to drink, take a short respite. Talk amongst yourselves. I don't know if there's anybody watching. I don't have any comments yet, so I do know one follower of the channel, Larry. He's going to be trying to play through the same tournament schedule, so I think he was in the midst of his final round yesterday, and he hasn't been telling me. But of course, he isn't going to have my custom cards, but we'll see how he does. We'll see what kind of results he gets. I think there's a good amount of variability when it comes to these golfers and the mechanism. I think you could get a wide array of results. So, but it's fun nonetheless. I'm interested to see what how the final results stack up at the end of a tour. So the 9th, this is another potential birdie hole here, par 5, 557, and sweeping right to left dog leg off the tee, and then you can get a birdie if you're lucky. And Westinghouse, he's not going to use a blue chip. 25, that'll be Golf Cam course. That should jibe well for him. Should be good. Par 5, 3. Is it cordial? It's definitely cordial. It's not double, but it's cordial, so he gets a clutch putt for birdie. Now, he is due to miss one here, but he still has the gold 1 to 5. Can he make another birdie and put himself tied for the lead? He does. Great front 9 for John Westinghouse, and he joins Ramirez and Copeland at the top. That is a 32 on the front, 4 under par for John Westinghouse, and I don't think does he have, did I give him the blue chip? I don't think I did. He has 4. I think he already had 4. So he earns another blue chip for a clutch putt. So he has 5. So even with Ramirez and his lucky, you got to think Westinghouse is in good shape, although he's got, you could post a score, but you've got Ramirez with many more holes to play. Here's Honorado. Maybe he can continue to squeeze his way back. And that's a 26. That's also Golf Cam course, green 1. It's a cordial hole, so he has a clutch putt for birdie. And he can't afford to let that, well, he could. But if he misses it, then he loses it altogether. So he's going to use it and make it and get the birdie. Up and down front 9 for him. But he does finish it at 1 under par for the 9. And he is 4 behind the leaders. And a happy Mother's Day to all the mothers who may be watching out here. There probably aren't too many of you, because I don't know as we have a great female contingent, but anybody who is on the line here and happens to be a mom or acts as a mom to someone, helps get them through tough times. Hey, hope you have a great day today. We're going to try and finish this out. this tournament. So back to 8, and it'll be Melton and Yarlett. Melton at even par on his round, and he will take control of the hole 1-3-6. He's not a duffer or a scatter guy, and he is semi-hero with a dot, so he gets an easy putt for birdie. He's going to take a chance. Needs a 1-4 here for the birdie. He's going to take a chance and save the blue chip for later, and he makes it. So Melton with a birdie moves to -15, and if he can get hot, then he would be Melton. So Nick Yarlett. That's also a 1-3-6. Duffer or scatter? No, he does not have hero, though, so it's going to go to mood. Oh, yeah, who? I think it was Trent McAdams is sunny now. Pretty sure it was McAdams that had the mood check. So Nick Yarlett for mood 1. This is going to work out well. He's not stormy, so he'll have a gimme birdie putt, and that will get him set back the right direction. So he's still a 1 over par for his round, but he moves back to -13. And he will also be sunny for the time being. Okay. Now it's going to be Aberley. At the tough par 3-7. He is going to use a blue chip and roll the decider die. Well, he's got to use the other one, but he will have control of this hole because of it. So, taking control of this par 3, trying to push things along. 3-6-6. Is he dynamic? He's semi-dynamic with a dot. He's going to have an easy putt for birdie. He still needs a 1-4 here. Can Rance Aberley make it? Oh, and it's a 6. So that leaves him a gimme par. He misses out on a golden opportunity to move within 1 of the lead. Now Magallanes. Uh, 46 Golf Cam course. And green 4 on a par 3. Is it daunting? It's semi-daunting, so yes, he needs a clutch putt for par. It's daunting here. And he is 1-3, and it's a 5. He'll earn a red chip. I think this is the second red chip in our round. But now an easy bogey putt. And so Enrique moves down to -12, and he's struggling here. Okay. Now Eddie Sykes on back-to-back birdies at the 6th. He'll take the par. -17, and he gets a second blue chip there. Here's Trent McAdams. And he has control with 3-3-4. He is not a yeoman. Is he a champion? Yes, he is. An easy birdie for him. Now can he make the 1-4 putt? And he does. McAdams jumps into the lead. It's a 4-way tie there at the top. Getting crowded. And I'm going to slide over everything here a little bit because it looks like we're going north and not south here as far as the scores. Looks like guys are, for a while there, things were getting a little antsy, but Seems like they've been finding their way here on this Napa Valley North course. First tournament of this new season. Of course, in real time, this would have been not that far past the Tour Championship, or the Tenacious Tour Championship, we'll call it. So this would have only been a couple weeks after, probably. That's okay. Okay, we've got to figure out how to get this where it's more visible. There we go. Okay, how's that looking up here? That's pretty good. We still have a little corner of the dice box that isn't visible so much, but it's okay. I don't know what's going to happen if LaSalle or Sykes won't here in this particular roll, but who knows? Maybe Remington Ramirez will get it figured out here. He gets another blue chip as he's lucky. And this is a hole that he should be able to score on. It is a white 6, and he will take an easy birdie, and he will regain sole control of the lead at -19. Gimme birdie, I mean. It's a gimme birdie when you get the white 6 on a par 5 that's double cordial. But the other part about that is you don't get a blue chip when you do that. So he's going to have to hold on to that one. Now the other strategy could have been letting him attack the green, and then you'd have a blue chip to possibly play to maybe get probably not going to get an eagle chance on a par 5 like that, though. So Mulker's now 3 behind. Well, he will be now 2. He'll remain 2 back as he makes his birdie. Same mechanism there. So we've got 7 guys all within shot of the lead. Mulker's finally birdies. All right. Now back to 4 for Copeland. Finds himself again 1 behind. And it's going to be 13. It's in the rough off the tee. Green 2. Is he a master? No, he's not. So he'll have a moderate par putt. And he makes it. And now LaSalle Jr. .22, that's Golf Cam course, but the decider die is showing, so that's going to make this a daunting playing of the hole. It's going to. So is it cordial? No. Is it daunting? Yes. It's a clutch putt for par for LaSalle Jr. He'll find himself 2 over on the round if he misses this. He needs a 1-3 because he's neutral. Oh, and he gets the worst roll he can. It's going to mean a red chip and a 6, and now. Easy bogey, he drops a shot. So leaderboard is changing. Remington Ramirez back on top. Sole possession of the lead with Copeland, Westinghouse, and Trent McAdams 1 back. As the first group rounds the front 9. And makes their way to 10. Okay. So, both guys birdied 9. Westinghouse coming off a great front 9. This is the 10th. The hole begins with a dramatic tee shot between 2 oak trees. Large green is protected by multiple sand traps. Westinghouse is going to pull a blue chip here and take control off this hole. See if he can keep this streak alive. 3, 4, 5. Well, he can't get a red chip. He pushes the shot and it's a gallery groans. So not great. Is he a master? No. So you'll end up with a moderate putt for par. He will chance the 6, and he makes the putt, so a par for him. Use the blue chip and only makes a par. That's a little disappointing, but at least he didn't bogey. So if you spend a chip, you can't earn any chip. So in that case, he lucks out that he does not need a red chip after using a blue chip. 34 is going to be Golf Cam Course. And a green 5. Is it daunting? No. Scatter? No. Clutch putt for birdie for Honorado. Needs a 1 to 3, and he makes it. So, Gale Honorado keeping pace with Ramirez, although he's still quite a ways back. Okay, Melton and Yarlett. Parker Melton first. It's a white 6 with a dot, so he will get his. That makes it double cordial, and he'll take an easy birdie, and Melton will move up into minus 16, 3 back. Doesn't get a blue chip for that, but he ends up at 34 with a minus 2 on the front 9. And now Nick Yarlett. Course control 14, Golf Cam Course, green 6. Is it daunting? Definitely not. Is he scatter? No. He'll have a clutch putt for birdie. Needs a 1 to 3 here, and he misses it. So he'll end up with an easy par, but a red chip as well. And so he's 37 plus 1 on the front 9. Okay, back to 8. And it will be Magellanes and Aberlay. Okay, 4, 5, 6. That's Golf Cam Green, if I am correct, and I am. And a 5, par 4. Friendly, no. Challenging, no. He'll have an easy putt for par. Doesn't want a 6, and he doesn't get it, so that's good for him. Okay, Magellanes. He will keep the red chip. He should have used it, but it's 13. It's in the sand in 2. Green 1. Is he chunky? No. He'll have a pin shot. Reroll the white die. That's a 6. That's a difficult par. And this, he's going to try and make it. Needs a 1 to 3. If he misses this, he's going to go out of contention, I believe. Well, he makes it, so he will still hang in there, even though he's 7 shots back. I tend to not like to take guys out of contention until they're more shots back than they have holes left. It can add some time to the game, but not to take them out of contention. But anyway, here is McAdams. No blue chips available. Okay, 35 Golf Cam Course, semi-daunting with a dot. That's probably going to hurt him here. Par 3, 2, so it's daunting, and he has a clutch putt for bogey since it's daunting, so that's not good. Needs a 1 to 3. Well, he makes that. That's still a bogey. He drops a shot, but he gets a blue chip for making a clutch putt. All right, so here's Eddie Sykes. 2 behind. He's going to use a blue chip. Roll the decider die. And he's got to use the other blue chip, but he will have control of the hole. See if it makes a difference. He is semi-champion in laser. That could be helpful. 3, 3, 5. Par 3. Okay, he's not a hero, so it's going to be mood. Doesn't have a mood. And the green 3 should give him a chance at a birdie for Yeah, easy putt for birdie because he's not stormy. So now he needs a 1 to 4. And he makes it in the hole, and he will be sunny because he made a mood putt, and he'll move within 1. So 2-shot swing for that group as McAdams and Sykes swap places in this leaderboard. Okay, so Remington Ramirez does not earn a blue chip for being lucky since he already has one. He's going to hold on to it and take his chances out of a 2 out of 6. 1/3 opportunity for it. And so he... okay, he's going to attack the green here. He gets blue chips. Oh, you know what? He's not. He's going to take his par. And he will hang on to the second blue chip and maybe use it for that par 3. Okay, here's Mulkers off a birdie. Okay, oh, 555. This is going to be an unusual result. Finally, some trips. We haven't had, this is our first trip of the new season. Special result, level 1. So let's take 2 dice. And we've got the decider die as a yes. We will keep that in play. So it's a par 4. Here is a level 1 special result. And 16. Lost ball, 5-minute search. Decider die bullet equals found. Green and 3. Difficult putt for par. So we're going to keep the decider die as yes. So that is what it is. He's got a difficult putt for par. Needs a 1 to 3. And, oh, it's a 4. So moderate bogey makes that. Mulkers loses the shot he gained on the previous hole and moves back to minus 16. So he found the lost ball, but it was a bad lie in the deep rough. Okay, so Greer Copeland won back of Ramirez with his chance at this accessible hole. 1-3-5. Is he a duffer or a puny? No, he's not. Is he a champion or a hero? He is. So he will get a special short game chance. And a green 1. He's not stone. So he's got a pin shot with the pin with the triangle, which is an eagle pin shot. Re-roll the white die with this one. Let's see what happens. It's a 4. That's a moderate putt for birdie. Well, he needs a 1 to 2. Oh, and he makes it. Copeland, the third, moves back into the lead with Ramirez. Some cracking golf here at Napa. We've got a nice contest going on here. LaSalle Jr. He's going to take his easy birdie or his gimme birdie. That will restore him back to minus 17. He won't lose the red chip, but because you don't get a blue chip on one of those gimme birdies. Okay, so our leaderboard is Ramirez and Copeland, and then Westinghouse and Sykes one back. So, okay. Currently 40 minutes into this video. And it's tempting to knock out Yarlett and Magellanes, but we're going to keep going with them. All right, so Honorado has the tee here at this medium length par 3. It's over a large pond. You got some water in play here. And it's going to be 34, and he just gets it over the pond. It's Golf Cam course. Green 1 on a par 3. Is it cordial? No. Laser? He's not laser either. He's going to have a clutch putt for par. Needs a 1 to 3, and he makes it. So he'll get a blue chip. Now, Westinghouse, he will use a blue chip here to try and avoid any chance of that water coming into play. Takes control of it himself. 115. Is he a champion? He is. He taps it in for birdie. He doesn't even have to make the putt. He knocks it within a sniff of the pin, and he jumps back into a share of the lead. So minus 19 is a familiar place for these guys. Okay. It's always good when you use a chip and it leads to a birdie. Of course, you never know. Sometimes you might have used, if you had rolled the white die, you might come up with a 1 and had the same roll. So it's tough to tell. Melton will leave that blue chip for 12. It's going to be 12. It's in the sand in 2 with a green 3. So he should have a mild chance of getting up and down for par here on the par 4. Sand in 2 and a 3. He's not chunky, so he'll have a gimme putt for par. Shouldn't have any issue with that. And it's good. And he'll have that chip to use. All right, Yarlett is going to cast it off here and give the hole control. It's going to be 12. He's also in the bunker, but he's the green 1 this time. He's not chunky, so he has a pin chance. It's a 4, so a moderate putt for par, and he makes it. All right, so now we've got Aberlay and Magallanes. Aberlay is 3 back. Birdied the other par 5 on the course. Or on the front 9, not the course. There's more than that on the course. So he'll be the first to play here at the 9th. And he's going to take an easy birdie, or gimme birdie, and on the white 6, and he's within 2 now. Magallanes, 5, 5, 6 for him. I guess you can't really see the 6, but par 5. Is he a legend? He is, so he will erase that red chip with a gallery cheers. A green 5 is going to make it. Is he a hacker? No, he's not. So it's strong applause, and we now have to roll the white die on the strong applause chart. That's a 6. It's going to be a double difficult putt for birdie. He's going to lag it for an easy par, which he makes. So +3, +4. So +2, 38 for Magallanes. Not a great front 9 for sure. Aberley, 34, 2 under par. Started at -15, now -17, so that adds up. You might ask what I don't think I've fully explained the lag rule in the new season. I have a card here that kind of explains it. Normally in this game, if you have a double difficult putt, if you just lag, you turn it from a double difficult birdie to an easy par, or a difficult putt into a gimme putt, straight up. But my decision was to make a rule that would add a little bit of a chance of something special happening. Because, sometimes you lag it and it gets up there and it falls in. So that's how I'm doing it here. I roll 2 dice plus the decider. If the 2 dice equal 1 and then the decider is a yes, then they make it. If it's they're both 1 and it's not, then they get 1 better than what you would get anyway. If it's difficult, it's made. And then you've got the 6s as well that are kind of like the opposite. They make it a little more difficult. So something special could happen, something not so special. So there is a degree of risk. I've thought about making a change to it being if they're doubles plus the decider it goes in, just to try and give it a little more of a chance of working. But I like it the way it is now. I feel like lags shouldn't go in very often. So here's Sykes, -3, 1 back, -3 on the round. And this is a hole where you can get a score on a 25 golf cam course, green 4. It's probably going to lead to a par, I'm thinking. Par 4-4, it's going to be an easy putt for par here. It's neither daunting nor cordial, and he makes it. So he'll stay -18. Sykes having a nice tournament here thus far. McAdams coming off a bogey. 1-3-4. I think you can see that. It's kind of tough to see the this guy right here probably. That silver dye is not very good for the camera, but so 1-3-4 on a par 4. It's not a direct green, and he's not a hacker, so go to experience, and the icon will. He's not a prospect, so he'll get a gimme putt for birdie, I believe. Yep, he's going to have a chance to erase that negative hole with a gimme birdie putt. So the 6-6 miss, and it's in the hole. Should be better off, McAdams, but he just seems to have some slight hiccups every once in a while. Now we go to Remington Ramirez. He's going to use a blue chip, roll the decider die, see if it's daunting or not. And it's not this time, so he gets to take control with only using 1 blue chip. And let's see how he goes with this hole, par 3, 1-6-6. It's not a direct par 3, so it might go in. We roll off of the triangle pin. We re-roll the white die. It's a 4. That will give him a moderate putt for birdie. Since he'd rather not carry that blue chip over, he'll make it easy. Makes it 1-4 to take sole possession of the lead again. Oh, and he misses it. So that leaves him with a gimme par, and he'll remain tied. So he gained control. On a daunting hole, you need 2 blue chips to gain control. On a semi-daunting, you roll the decider die to decide if it's 1 or 2. That's what he did. And he is lucky, so he gets a blue chip every time he's out of them on starting a hole, and so might as well use them up. Mulker's coming off bogey. Oh, and he's still playing 7. And he gets a fortunate par here. He stays 3 behind. Gimme par. Okay, so Copeland the third finds himself tied for lead at 6. Ooh, and this means a clutch putt for par. He doesn't just get the easy par putt this time. Double, when you get the white 6 plus a double 6. So it's either that or he can attack the green. He's going to attack the green here. He doesn't have any blue chips to use, but I think he prefers trying to go for attacking the green rather than chancing a 1 out of 3 miss for par. And it's a 1. That's going to be a moderate putt for birdie. This should work out better for him in the long run. So moderate birdie putts, a 1 to 2. Oh, and he makes it. So there you go. He takes sole possession of the lead. So what did I do there, you may ask? So we have gone through the normal progression where you can either, when you get a white 6, you can often take just an easy par and get a blue chip, or you can attack the green. In Copeland's case, if you look at his card, his putting is actually neutral, which is it's a 50-50 chance, so he would have a clutch putt for par. So rather than do that, he attacks the green. Which means you roll the green die again. He rolls a 1, which gives him a moderate birdie putt. He makes the moderate birdie. So rather than get a blue chip and take a par, he gets a birdie because he attacked the hole. He took a chance, and he gets sole possession of the lead for the moment. Braden LaSalle Jr. started the day on top, and he's going to end up golf cam course with a green 6. This may work out because I think green 6s on this are usually clutch birdie putts. If with not being either cordial or not daunting, basically clutch birdie. He would get a second red chip if he misses. It's 1 to 3. He's going to try it though, and he gets that second. But if he was really in bad shape anyway. So there you go. He gets a par, but it now has 2 red chips. So okay, we're skimming towards the hour mark here. That's okay. We're going to keep going. We're going to push on for this and try to get through the rest of this tournament today. Maybe hopefully in this one video, unless something comes up here. Of course, it is Mother's Day, so you never know. But I figure another hour and a half we should be done with this, so we'll just try and crank it out, and hopefully by 6:30 we'll know who the victor is. So John Westinghouse, let's see, Magdalenas makes the turn. He is 8 back, so we're going to give him one more hole. And you can see Greer Copeland III is way off there to the left. Our leaderboard is a little bit askew right now, but that will change once we get some guys. Like Yarlett is 7 back with 8 to play. Once we get them to where they're definitely out of contention. Oops, I just hit the camera. Sorry about that. Okay, so Westinghouse is first here at the 12th. Oh, and he's in the bunker in 2. I thought about using a blue chip, but thought, hey, why not? Let's not worry about it. Green 3, bunker in 2. Is he chunky? No, he's not. He'll have a gimme par putt, so could have turned out a lot worse. Not as many green 6s today on those chances. Honorado. There he has control 114. This has maybe he'll luck out here with a 114. He's not gilded, and he's also not cold, so he'll have a moderate putt for birdie. Honorado, he's going to take his chances. A 1 to 2 opportunity. Oh, and he makes it. So Honorado gets back to within 4, so he's still hanging around. He is 3 under on his round so far, keeping pace with Copeland III, who is also 3 under. Okay, so at the 11th, it's going to be Parker Melton. He will use a blue chip here on 11 to take control. 2, 3, 4 on the par 3. He's not dynamic, so it's going to be experience. He is an icon, but a green 3 is going to say, is he prospect? He's not, so he will have an easy birdie putt. Melton would move to -17 if he can make a 1 to 4. And it's a 6, so that's going to mean a gimme par. Good opportunity there, goes asunder. Not sure if asunder is the right word, but do it anyway. Nick Yarlett on the outside looking in. That's going to be a 15. That's Golf Cam course. And that should get him a par here, I would say. A 2, green 2, cordial. It's neither cordial nor daunting, so it'll be an easy par putt. And he holds it out. So he is 7 behind with 8 to play. Or no, 7 to play. We're pretty much at the edge for him. Okay, Aberlay and Magallanes. Aberlay at the 10th. And it's going to be 15, Golf Cam course. Green 1 on a par 4. It's not cordial. He's semi-laser with a dot, so he'll have a clutch putt for birdie, and he is gold. He has the gold quality given to him, and he makes the putt. Aberlay keeping pace, 2 back-to-back birdies. Putting together a nice round. He's 3 under par, 4 birdies and a bogey. And he's kind of gone the opposite way of his playing partner, Magallanes. Magallanes, he's going to attack the green here. He's way back and he's running out of time. So par 4, going to attack the green. It's a 5. That's a moderate putt for par, 1 to 5, and he misses that. So easy bogey, but that's gonna do it. That puts him 9 with 8 to play. He's done. So we're gonna start using the out of contention for him. 9 back with 8 to play. So after this round of golfers, we're gonna do a little bit of a leaderboard shift as things are getting a little bit spread out here. Trent McAdams, 2 back, par 5, 9th. And this is the same condition that we found, I believe it was Aberlay before. Or maybe it was Copeland the third. So he would have to make a clutch putt. He could use a blue chip here it would ensure he doesn't get a red chip, and he would also have a chance to make the birdie. He, of course, would not gain a blue chip that way. McAdams will attack the green, taking a chance here. He really would want a, let's see, what does a 5 get him if it's, and he has a dot on the decider die here. So if he can roll a 5 here, he would be in great chance, have a great chance at a birdie. It's a 1. That's a moderate birdie putt. Now we have to. He has to decide, is he going to use the blue chip now to give himself a 1 to 4 opportunity at a birdie from a 1 to 2. He is going to take his chances. Moderate birdie. Needs a 1 or a 2 here. We're rolling it up, and and he makes it. Trent McAdams within 1 now. A bit of a risk play here. Pays off. He keeps his blue chip and he gets a birdie. He finishes the front 9 with a 32, 4 under par. And, yeah, -19. Looking good. So it had some strategy pay off there. Sometimes it works out, other times it kind of goes against you. Now this is going to be course controls, and he's in the deep rough in 3. And so for Eddie Sykes, 4. Is he a workman? He's not a workman, so he will have a moderate putt for par. He's got to avoid a 6 on this roll. But he will... Oh, and he bogeys it, as long as he makes the easy bogey, which he does. He finishes with a 34, 2 under, but with a on the front. And he's going to drop down to minus 17. So Sykes, he would have started at minus 15. That is correct. So, okay. To 8. And it's still Ramirez with the honor for this group. And he gets a blue chip. And he takes control with 2-4-5. Is he a legend? He's not, so he's going to have a short game check on a green 5. He's not soft, so he has a moderate putt for par. He's going to use the blue chip. No sense in... Makes it easy. And he makes that, so he gets another one next hole, so why hold on to it and pass up on making sure you make your putt? 1-3-5 for Mulkers. Duffer or Puny? He is puny. He will lose his blue chip on a gallery groans. Green 3. Is he a master? Semi-master, no dot, so he gets doubly whammied there. Still has a moderate putt for par as long as he doesn't get a 6, and it's just sneaks in the hole. Just enough pace to take it over the lip and in. So Copeland the third coming off 2 birdies in a row, 3 under par. But this one is a bit of a tougher ask. He would love a white 6 here. No chips to use. He's just got to hope. And it's a 34. That's Golf Cam course. And he gets the decider die to shows a no. That helps tremendously here. Par 3. Is it daunting? No, and he's not hacker. He gets a clutch putt for birdie. He would earn a red chip if he gets a 4, 5, or 6, but a 1, 2, 3, and he will extend his lead 2 shots. Oh, and it's in the hole. 4 under par for Greer Copeland III. He moves to minus 21. Just playing outstanding golf right now. Braden LaSalle Jr., 2 red chips. Now 4 back. It's going to be 26. That's in the sand trap in 1. So greenside bunker, green 5, sandy. Semi-sandy in the dot says yes, so he will have an easy par. And he's going to try to sneak a red chip out of here. He's going to make it moderate. 1-5, and he makes it. So, okay. So you've got Greer Copeland III at minus 21. Ramirez, Westinghouse, and McAdams are all at minus 19. Aberlay is at minus 18. And then LaSalle Jr., Eddie Sykes, minus 17. Parker Melton, John Mulkers, Gail Honorado, minus 16. Yarlett is minus 13. That is 8 back with 7 to play. He will also be out of contention now. That kind of clears up our leaderboard a little bit. So, I'm gonna just put up the banner here for a bit and do a little reorganization. We'll be back shortly with a continuation of this round once we come back from just getting things reconfigured. Okay, so we are back, and things have gotten a little less crowded here, a little less skewed to the left. You can see Greer Copeland the third, minus 21, and we've got some room to the left and to the right to move these guys as these golfers tend to spread as things move along. And we've almost gotten everybody through the front nine. We've got 2 more holes for the final pairings, but okay, so we're going to have Gail Honorado teeing it off here at the par 4 14th, a 458-yard par 4. Elevated bunker just beyond the tee box makes judging the distance tough. And semi-daunting with 4 degrees of course control, not an easy hole. Honorado does not have 2 blue chips, so he is going to hope that he can survive this, and he gets a 13. It's going to be in the rough in 2. So you have to get up and down, but that green 1 is very helpful. It gives him a chance at maybe running this at the pin. What will the white die roll? It's a 3. That's pretty good. That's an easy putt for par. And he does make his par. And he will stay minus 16. Okay, Westinghouse, he is going to use a blue chip here. Now roll the decider die to see if the semi-daunting hole is going to be, and it's not daunting, so he gets to keep control of this without using a second blue chip. Trying to get closer to Copeland, finds himself 2 back now, 1, 3, 4. It's not direct. Is he a hacker? No. We're going to go to experience. He's an icon, green 3. We already know this is an easy birdie. So he's not going to use a blue chip here. He's going to go ahead and try it. He needs to get some help from the green die along the way, and he gets it here. Another birdie for Westinghouse. He's at 6 under par, having a very nice round. It's just everybody. You got Greer Copeland third also putting together some nice results here so far. And okay, but he is 1 back at minus 20. Started the day at minus 14, so he is on the move. Okay, so here we've got our first. We have our first guy that is out of contention, but Melton will be first to play here at the 12th. And it will be his control 3, 3, 4. Yeoman, no, and he's also not a champion, so it's going to be mood. Melton does not have a mood. Green 3 means he's stormy. He's not, so that will lead to an easy birdie putt. So he needs a 1 to 3 to stay, or to become sunny. He'll be stormy if he misses it. 1 to 4, and he makes it. And that is a birdie, and so Melton gets 1 shot closer, 4 back, and he is sunny. So everybody, pretty much everybody's, no stormy golfers, bunch of sunny. Okay, 1 moment here. Why are you using that? What's the difference? You gotta use something else. Sorry. Take something. Well, I just don't have time for it right now. I don't like that. Okay, so now we've got Yarlett at 12. He is a, this is our out of contention roll. This is a normal hole, and a 5 means he takes a par. high Phantomatic. Okay, so now we're going to Aberlay, who is 3 behind now. A lot of good movement from the golfers here. Most of them have moved up. Here's Aberlay. He's got a blue chip. And he's going to use it here on this par 3. This has some water on it, and it's a degree of 4. So he's going to take the blue chip and prevent himself from hitting it in the water. 2, 4, 5. Is he utility? He is not, so it's going to be Golf Cam Green. The green die is 4. Friendly. It's not friendly or challenging, so it'll be a clutch putt for par for Aberley. He's gold. Used a blue chip, so he cannot earn one. 1 to 5. Oh, and he bogeys. So Aberley putting a lot of good work. Was 3 under par, now 2 as he drops a shot here at 11. Magallanes with the normal hole. He's out of contention, and that's going to be a par. Hey, Mark Russell. Good to see you. Moving along right here. We're trying to get through the rest of this tournament today. And it's going to be the hot Trent McAdams right now. He's got 2 birdies. Well, 4 out of the last 5. Of course, sandwiched in that 4 birdies is a bogey, but he is currently 2 back after shooting a 32 on the front. Has a blue chip. He's going to let it ride here for now. And it pays off for him as he gets a 1 on this course control 4. And so the 1 is the only roll that gets him off of his card. 4, 6, 6. He's not a shaper. He is hot. He'll get an easy putt for birdie because he's birdied the last 2 holes. Easy putt for birdie. Well, he's going to let it ride here and see if he can get a 1 to 4. Doesn't want to use that blue chip right now. He'd like to save it for 11 where there's some water in play. Oh, and he makes the putt. McAdams, not quite the hottest guy on the course, as Greer Copeland III has been playing well. But let me see something here. What's wrong? Oh, okay. Okay, so McAdams, 5 out of the last 6 birdies. 6 on the whole day, 1 bogey, and he's 1 back. So Eddie Sykes now, who started out pretty warm, but then he bogeyed the par 5 9th after he almost lost a ball. And so it'll be 12. He's in the sand with his second shot, so he's got to get out of the green side bunker with a green 6. That's gonna be tough. He's not sandy, so he's gonna need a double difficult putt for par. He will lag, and he just has an easy bogey putt now. He's gonna drop a shot here. He's dropped 2 in a row, down to minus 16. It looks like his chances are starting to fall by the wayside here at Napa. Okay, lucky Remington Ramirez and John Mulker. So Remington gets a blue chip, and he's going to let her roll here on par 5 9th. It's going to be 24. Oh, he's in the bunker with his 3rd shot. Green 3, is he chunky? It's not chunky, so he'll have a gimme putt for par. Can't use the blue chip, so he's just going to carry it over. So gimme putt for par is going to be a yes. So a pretty good front 9, 33 for Ramirez. Finds himself 2 back as he's kind of gone a little cold here lately. Or not cold, but just not really getting much done. Now Mulkers, who's kind of had a middling day himself, 1 birdie, 1 bogey, and he gets golf cam course. Green 4, is it daunting? No, it's not. He'll have a clutch birdie putt. Neutral needs 1 to 3, and he makes it. So Mulkers 4 behind. Copeland the third, 35 on the front. Not too bad, but not too good either. Seems like that's going to be under the norm here. And now Copeland the third on 3 birdies in a row, in the lead. 8th hole. And it's going to be 46. That's going to be fine golf cam course. Really lucky break for him. He's right in between a bunch of junk. Green 1 on the par 4. Is it cordial? No. Is he laser? He is laser. He gets a clutch putt for birdie. Now he's not gold. He's neutral. So he needs a 1 to 3 here. But he could extend his lead back to 2 if he makes it. But he misses it. He gets a red chip. And so now he's got an easy par putt, which he holes out. So that ends his streak of birdies. Looked like he was going to just keep making them. And now LaSalle Jr. And that's going to be 14. And it's golf cam course as well. Green 5. Is it daunting? No. Scatter? No. He's going to have a clutch putt for birdie as well. And LaSalle Jr. is going to... He's going to throw the red chip in. It's going to make him rust for this hole. Needs a 1 now to make a birdie. But he's kind of eaten that chance now. And it was probably a good move because he wouldn't have made it even if he hadn't used it. So now an easy par putt. And that's there. So we have one more pass through the cards here before we do the emerging contender. So take a quick drink here. We're at about the hour 20 mark. I think we're probably an hour-ish still from being concluded here. So maybe a little longer, so we'll just have to see. Okay, so the 14th, the par 4. Not a difficult hole. The other nice thing about this course is that you've got 2 par 5s in the last 3 holes, which are, drama holes usually. So chance for some wild swings at the end. But course control of 3, so not too hard. And so let's see what happens here. Westinghouse had 5 blue chips at one point, I think. He built them up with the clutch birdie putts, but I think he's only down to 2 now. He's going to hold on to them. 1, 3, 4. He gets control here on the par 4. Not direct. He's not a hacker, so it's going to be experience. And the green 1, he's going to have a gimme birdie putt to join Copeland in the lead. The experience, green 1, not a prospect, gimme birdie. The green die has come up good on this experience roll. So gimme birdie putt, and he holes it. So 2 in a row, and he joins Copeland at minus 21. He is just tearing up Napa Valley here. Honorado now, he's 5 behind. It's going to be 13. It's in the trees with his driver. So bad tee shot. But he's not a workman, so he'll end up with an easy par putt. He's able to use his skills to get out of trouble, and he makes a par. Okay, the 13th. It's going to be Parker Melton. He is 3 under on his round. And this is not an easy hole here, so he's just going to try and survive. 66 golf cam course, and the decider die is a no, so that should help him escape here with at least a par. It's not daunting because the decider die says it isn't. He's not scatter, so he has a clutch putt for birdie here. So he could move to minus 18 with a 1-3, and he got it. Back-to-back birdies for Melton. And right now he is so hot that his playing partner, Nick Yarla, is Melton. Literally. So, actually, no, he's Melton, and his playing partner is too. So, Yarla out of contention. Semi-daunting hole with a 4, that's a par. A pa. Parker Melton has a dance when he gets 2 in a row. He just starts, he gets really crazy, and then he just falls down and kind of like falls into like a big heap on the ground and just like oozes himself out along the green. And depending on whether he showered that day or not, he could leave some unmentionable whatever stains, whatever on the green. But that's why they say he's melting. So yeah. Anyway, that's probably too much information for most of you. But hey, neutral 6 is going to be a bogey for Magallanes. Continues his downslide. Now Aberley coming off a bogey. Would like to get it back here. Still not quite out of it, but man, with a 22 here, that's going to be golf cam course. 5. It's not daunting, and he's not scatter, so he is in line for a clutch birdie with his gold rating. As long as he doesn't have a 6, he is golden, and he makes a birdie, so he gets that bogey right back. Okay, 11, the par 3 with water. And McAdams, the guy that is one back and is playing really great golf, he will use a blue chip to take control. Gets the water out of play here. And 3-4-4 on a par 3. He is not utility, so we go to experience. Now the 4, he is icon, so this helps him out. The experience with a green 4 is the icon. Yes, that's an easy birdie, so he needs a 1-4 to join the lead. Can he avoid a 5 or a 6 here? He does. So 4 in a row for McAdams, and just like that, things are 3-way tie up top. Wow. They're playing out of their minds here in NoCal. Maybe it's NorCal. I think I've heard that more. 46, boy, he avoids the water, just ends up on the backside of the pond in the rough in 1. And it's a green 1, which helps him. Par 3 and rough 1, green 1, not a workman, so pin shot, and that will be an easy par putt for Eddie Sykes. We haven't had the high roll miss yet, but those things can rear their ugly heads at any moment. So here's 10, and we're with, let's see, this is going to be Mulkers. That's a white 3. So it's going to be course control and a 45. That's in the rough in 1. Green 3 workman. He is not. So he'll have a moderate par putt. And, oh, it rims out. So it leaves an easy bogey. But Mulkers, I think he's running out of time here. Now, Remington Ramirez, he's going to use the blue chip here to take control. kind of running out of time to have things happen. That's going to be Golf Cam Green on a 4-5-6. Green 4, par 4. Friendly no. Challenging no. It's a clutch putt for par. So he is gold. Can't get a blue chip out of it, but a 1-5, and he makes it. So he will get another blue chip on the next hole. So we're finishing the front 9 here with the leaders. You've got Greer Copeland III. Finds himself tied again with Westinghouse and McAdams. And Braden LaSalle Jr., whose round has not really gotten off the ground at all. 1 birdie, 2 bogeys. So here is Copeland with a red chip, and he's going to take his chances playing this red chip right now. He'll give the course control. And a 25, that will play well for him. Is it cordial? Yes, it's a clutch putt for birdie. Because he used a blue chip, he can't get dinged for it if he misses this. 1-3. Clutch putt for birdie. He's normal, and he misses it, but that will leave him an easy par. And while he would have rather birdied that one, he'll take that 32, still share of the lead, 4 under on the front. Okay, LaSalle Jr. It's going to be 16. It's in the rough off the tee with a green 1. That actually will be pretty friendly, I think. Not a workman's, a strong applause. And let's see what happens here for strong applause. Actually, we're supposed to re-roll the white die. It's a 2, so that will be a moderate putt for birdie for LaSalle Jr. Needs a 1 or a 2. Nope, so an easy par. And that's in, so he ends up with a 37. Not a very good front 9 for Braden. Coming off a nice first 3 rounds to get him tied for the lead. Or actually, no, he was in the sole possession of the lead at that point. But now we are at the point where we have to check for emerging contenders. So just a short little break here as I grab a drink. And now what we do is we check to see, is the leader 5 under par or better. Well, John Westinghouse is the leader, and he is actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 under par. But what we will do is we will take the lowest of the leaders, which is, I believe, Greer Copeland III. He is 4 under, so what we will do is we will simulate 1 roll for emerging contender. And there is none because it needs to be in the 11 to 16 range. So I'm going to mark on my sheet here, none. And we're going to play on. So we are starting to wind down here in the Silverado Open. Got a few holes left, and we're starting to get to the fun holes. You get the 16, 17, 18 where you get some par 5s and stuff happens there. So the par 3 15th. And you got the leader Westinghouse coming up here. He is going to try and get a score in here early on. Now this is a trouble spot. You've got some water here, and he could either save the blue chips for later. He's going to try and use one here and take control of this hole, because he does not want to deal with the water that is in play here. So 2, 2, 4, par 3. Is he a champion? He is. This is an easy putt for birdie. He's going to use his other blue chip and make it gimme. So as long as he doesn't get 6s here, he'll take sole possession of the lead, and it's in. So Westinghouse continues to sail up the leaderboard. He wants to post a score here and get into the clubhouse and watch these guys have to feel the pressure of needing to equal it. So a birdie on 15, and speaking of emerging contenders, he is definitely one in this tournament. So here is Honorado, now 6 back. 23, he's going to avoid the water, but he's going to actually be so bad out of the rough off the tee that he leaves it in the rough with his second shot. And now he's going to have trouble getting up and down for par. Is he a master? He is, so he will have a gimme bogey putt. That's about the best you can do once you get into that. Yeah, so I should have rolled a third one, but it doesn't matter. So that's a bogey for Honorado, and that puts him 7 back with 3 to play. We're going to move him out of contention. Honorado could have used a blue chip there to avoid trouble, but hindsight is 20/20. All right, so back to 14, and it will be Parker Melton. He has 1 blue chip. He's going to use it for save it for the water hole. And it's going to be 25 golf cam course, green 3. It's probably going to be a par chance. Clutch putt for par. Well, he's going to hope for a 1 to 3 here. He's going to lose this blue chip if he misses it. And he makes it. So a par for Melton. He gains another blue chip, which can only help him along the way. And Yarlett, normal 2 is a par on the out of contention chart. Back to 13, and it's Aberlay and Magallanes. Oops, sorry about that. I just whacked the camera. Westinghouse is absolutely electric today, Mark. He is getting the job done so far. Of course, we just have to see how he finishes out these final 2 holes. This is course control 26 golf cam course. So the hole gets to decide this one in a 2 and a par 4. Is it cordial? No. Daunting? Yes. With the decider die, this is going to hurt Aberley. This is a clutch putt for bogey. Now he's got to avoid a 6 here. He'd get a second blue chip if he can avoid 6, and he does, but that's a bogey. And I think his chances are pretty well boiled over here. So, and then you've got Magallanes, who is out of contention, and that's a semi-daunting 4. That's another par for him. Westinghouse. Let me see here. I'm going to take just a second. I want to look at my. So Westinghouse won the Lone Star Open, so he is a tour winner. And he seems to really shine in the final round. Still got some work to do here, though. He's got 3 holes left to play to post that score. And you still have McAdams and Copeland who have time. Okay, to 12. And speaking of McAdams, he's on 4 in a row. Let's see if he can make it 5. 34 golf cam course, green 1. It's not cordial. Is he laser? He's not laser either. So this is going to be a clutch putt for par. So McAdams with a tester here. He's got to keep it together. No blue chips to try and help himself out here. Oh, and he misses it. So he's going to earn a little bit of ill will here. Bogey. Oh, boy, and he misses the bogey. He's going to have a meltdown here and double. So there it finally rears its ugly head, and that is unfortunate. He drops into a tie with Ramirez, 3 back of Westinghouse, and Trent McAdams just completely goes off the deep end here. That is not how you want to play that hole. It's not a tough hole, but if you get a little nonchalant with your short putts, it can mean big problems. So now off the tee, in the rough, green die 5. Is Sykes a master? He's not. He's going to have a difficult putt for par. So here comes some tough sledding here for these guys. And he misses that. So now the easy bogey. We already had one of those missed. But Sykes now is, what is that, 7 back with 6 to play. We're going to say that's out of contention as well. What about Mulkers? Mulkers is, he's 6 back, but still has quite a bit to play. So that's the way it goes, and McAdams is really unhappy. Okay, so we've got Remington Ramirez. He's lucky, so he gets a blue chip. He will spend it here to take control and avoid that water. So takes the water out of play. It's going to be 2-4-4. Can he make a late run here and try to get back into this? Utility. He's not utility. So the right now chart. Right now he's neutral. So he's not hot. And he needed to be hot here for the 2. So he's going to have a difficult putt for birdie. Well, needs a 1. 16% chance. Can he get that 1 and have himself that much closer? No, he can't. So that's going to leave a moderate putt for par. Needs to avoid a 6, and he does. So Ramirez, okay there. Here's Mulkers. His name sounds kind of Okay, 25. Golf Cam Green avoids the water. Didn't have any chips to take it out of play. Golf Cam Green and a 1 on a par 3. Is it challenging? It's not. Is he hacker? He's not. Okay, he'll have a clutch putt for birdie. About the best he can ask for here. He needs a 1 to 3. It's been about that way for him. So now an easy par putt. And he makes it. So he's got 7 left to play and he's 6 back. So time's running out for him. For Mulkers. Okay, so Greer Copeland starting to back and doesn't have any blue chips to help him here. 14, it's in the rough off the tee, and a green 6 is, it's going to hamper him. That's not going to be very helpful at all. He's a master. No, he's not. So it's going to be a double difficult putt for par. And a green 6 on any of those is real trouble. He's going to have to lag. So he lags it up there. Leaves him an easy bogey putt. Oh boy, Greer Copeland has the same thing happen as McAdams. Now a gimme bogey. And that is another double. And Greer Copeland III looked like he was in the catbird seat. And now he is in the Porta-John outside the course waiting for his ride to arrive. So, Braden LaSalle Jr. That is a disastrous set of holes here for McAdams and Copeland. Of all the people to have it happen to, it's 2 that are in the lead. So now we've got a 3-shot lead for Westinghouse. And it's like if he can keep it between the white lines, I think he may be in good shape here. Rough in 1 on the par 4, and then a green 5 is LaSalle. LaSalle's semi-master does not get the decide or die in his favor. It's going to be a difficult putt for par. LaSalle Jr., this has been his day. He does get this one, though. That's a par. And he finally gets some honors, but we may be seeing this thing kind of shore up early. Well, we'll see. Going to leave it like it is. I know it's kind of tough to see John Westinghouse up there at -22. Okay, so he is run out of blue chips, so he is basically playing as it lies right now. But as long as he can get some good rolls, he would love sixes from here on out, really. He would take a white 6 here. But he gets a 3. It's going to be 144 on a par 5. Is he a hacker? No. Is he he is a champion. He gets an easy putt for birdie. This would be his 4th birdie in a row if he can make a 1-4 here. See that die rolling in there? Can he get it? Oh, and he just misses. Boy, he's made everything today, but now a gimme par. And he makes that. So that's 1 hole in the books. And, okay, Honorado. Double cordial 5 is going to be a par for him. Okay, back to the 15th. Westinghouse looks like a shoe-in right now. 17th could cause problems, but the 18th is another one that should be, at the very least, a par hole for him. Maybe birdie. Here's Melton. 14, Golf Cam course, green 3. It's neither cordial nor daunting, so it's going to be a clutch putt for par for Melton. Could have used the blue chip there, but instead he will use it here to make it 1-5. And he does make his par. So Yarlett, normal 6 is a bogey. Already out of contention, so now Aberley and Magallanes. Magallanes here, 14 is normal. Normal 2 is a par. And Aberley coming off a bogey. 2 blue chips. He's going to use 1 here to get control. He's got to find some way to get some stuff up the leaderboard here. 1-3-5, par 4. He's neither duffer nor puny, and he's not utility, so that leads to right now he is neutral. Green 3 means he's not cold, so it's going to be an easy birdie putt. Well, if he's going to have a shot at this, he needs to kind of make this on his own. Needs a 1-4. If it's a 6, it wouldn't have helped him anyway, right? Well, no, he would have had a chance at a bogey there, I guess, or at missing the birdie putt if he had the 6-6 miss. But here is an easy par. Actually, gimme par. I should have rolled 1 more, but that is a par for Aberley. Okay, I do know what I'm doing here. I think. All right, so McAdams coming off double, and so Sykes first. He's out of contention. Semi-daunting 3 is a par. McAdams and he will go with, he'll just roll it out here. 45. It's in the rough off the tee. He's got a green 6, so that is going to probably lead to another bogey here, I'm guessing, for him. Rough tee, and is he a master? Semi-master and a no. It's going to leave him a double difficult putt for par. He's going to have to lag here. And he misses that, so that's going to leave him an easy bogey, which he's already missed one of those, but he gets this one. And he is dropping quickly. Okay, brings up Remington Ramirez, who is lucky. He gets a blue chip here for the 12th. And it is going to be a 166 par 4 off his card. He's not a yeoman and he's not stormy, so it's going to be experience. he's not a prospect, but he's not an icon, and he needs that with that green 6. So this is going to be problematic. He has a difficult putt for par. Well, he'll make it moderate using the blue chip. He can't really keep it anyway. So, and he still misses. So that leaves him with an easy bogey. Boy, everybody is falling off the face here. Ramirez drops one. And it looks like Westinghouse is going to be the victor here. It's tough to see it being any other way. Mulkers, he'll he's going to spend that red chip, and he will buy a black 6. So 26, that's Golf Cam course with a green 6. That might actually help him with this kind of roll. So Golf Cam course, par 4, green 6. Daunting, nope. So it's going to be a clutch putt for birdie, and he spent a chip, so he can't get dinged by this 1 to 3 if it's 4 through 6. Well, he makes that one, so that's a birdie for Mulkers. What you might call a stay of execution here to the out of contention line. All right, so Copeland and LaSalle. Copeland coming off a double bogey. He's got to get things back together. So it'll be LaSalle first. LaSalle with a semi-miracle par on the previous hole. 46, that's going to be in the rough with his approach from the tee. He's lucky he misses the water by 1. He's not a workman, so he'll have a moderate par putt. Needs to stay away from 6 here, and he does. Okay, now Copeland. He'd love a white 6 or a white 1 right here. 36, that's in the rough with his... This is going to be a bogey at least. 36, rough in 2 on the par 3. Green 6, he's not a master. He's going to need a moderate bogey putt. So if he can avoid a 6 here, which he does, but that's a bogey. Him and McAdams are on similar trajectories right now. And that is not very good. Okay, so we are in need of a quick leaderboard rearrangement. So I'm not gonna change the camera right now. I'm just gonna move guys quickly. Try and get this to where we're a little closer. But I mean, Westinghouse, it would take a real disastrous finish here for him to lose this. Now 4 ahead, and he's just got 2 holes left to play, and 17 is a course control of 1. So here's Westinghouse on the tee at 17. No blue chips, but shouldn't be a problem. Oh, but he gets a white 5. 25, that's Golf Cam course, so that's not a problem. He's green 2, cordial no, daunting no. He needs an easy putt for par. Nothing that should scare him off here. The double 6s seem to have gone by the wayside. Here's Honorado. Out of contention 4, that's a par on a normal hole. So, okay, we've got Melton. Melton now finds himself in a tie for second right now. So, and this is a scoring hole. 24, Golf Cam course, par 5, and a 2. Is it cordial? Yes. Clutch putt for birdie. He's going to take his chances here. He gets 2 blue chips if he makes this. It's a 1 to 3 because he's neutral. And it's a 4. Well, he's going to lose the blue chip. And he'll have his easy par putt. But, yeah, that's a tough call right there. Do you play it Do you play that blue chip? That's a 3 on a double cordial. We need to decide or die. That's a birdie for Yarlet. Consolation prize. Do you play that blue chip and give him a better chance of the short term, or do you try and ride it and see if he can get really more fortunate and have a chance to actually do something of consequence? That's the question. Okay, Magellanus, neutral 2 is a par. Now Aberlay, he will use a blue chip here at 15, correct? Yes, he's going to take control. Try to keep the water out of it. 2, 3, 5. Champion. He is a champion. He gets an easy birdie putt. So maybe Aberley can get into this 5-way tie at 18 with a 1 to 4, and he makes it. Okay, so we're getting a little congested here at minus 18. We've got 5 guys there, and knowing the way it goes, we'll probably have 6 before long. Okay, McAdams and Sykes. Sykes out of contention now. Normal, or a 5 normal is going to be a par. And McAdams, I'm going to go ahead and use the red chip later. 24 Golf Cam Green. Green 3. Challenging, no. Clutch putt for birdie. He's going to take his chances here. He loses a red chip if he can make this. 1 to 3. That's a 5. He gets a second red chip, and now he's going to have to make the par. And he makes that. There's double 1s. Wow. Snake eyes. Okay. So Mulker's at the 13th. It's going to be 34 Golf Cam course. 4. It's not cordial. It's not daunting on this one. So because of the decider die, it's going to be easy. Putt for par. So easy putt for par, and he makes that. So he'll hang out there at minus 17. Ramirez doesn't have 2 blue chips, so he's got to let this one go. 26 Golf Cam course with a green 5. Is it daunting? Yes, he needs a double difficult putt for par. Well, he will use the blue chip to make it difficult. 1 to 3, and he misses it. So now moderate bogey. He makes that, but he's going to drop to minus 17. I think that may bring him back to even par. So folding here under the pressure, the youngster is. He's semi-prospect, and it's just getting worse here for the field. Great for Westinghouse. All he needs to do is limp across the line here. You would think. So LaSalle Jr. at the 12th. 34 Golf Cam course, green 3, par 4. Cordial, no. Daunting, no. Clutch putt for par. Needs a 1 to 3. And he gets a red chip, and he's going to bogey this one. So LaSalle Jr. with the bogey. He's going to drop 6 back. Started at minus 18 in the lead. He's 2 over on his round, and not having a good day. Greer Copeland III, his day went from great to horrible in the span of 2 holes. 4-4-5 gets control on this one. Is he hot? Definitely isn't. Gilded? No. It's going to be mood. He can't be in a very good mood right now, but the mood roll is going to ask if he's stormy, and he's not. So he'll have a moderate putt for birdie. Well, he needs a 1 or a 2 to go sunny. Otherwise, he'll be stormy. And he's stormy. And it gives him an easy par. And he makes the par, but now he's stormy with 6 holes to play, and he is 4 behind the leaders. So All right, let's soldier on here. And what are we at now? We're at almost at the 2-hour mark. I'd say we have probably 20 minutes left here to get this finished up. It'll start really moving quickly once we finish guys up. So the 18th, not quite as easy as others, but it's a 575 yard par 5. But it's still cordial, and it's still only 1 degree of course control. So Westinghouse is the first to play here, looking to put together. What does he have here? He's got 4 under, 5, 6, 8. This would be a 64 if he can finish this out with a par. He'll have control 114 on a par 5. Gilded. He's not gilded. He's not cold. He'll have a moderate putt for birdie. If he can get a 1 or a 2, he finishes with 63. Otherwise, he should finish with a 64. Yeah, it's going to be 64 as long as he can make the easy par putt. And he does. That's a par for Westinghouse. What a round. 32, 32, 64. That leaves him at 266 minus 22, and he is finished there. And heck, I don't think there's any chance of anybody else winning this, but we're going to play it out anyway. Cordial 5 is going to be a par for Honorado. He's 1 under, 35, 35, 70. Not a bad round, just not good enough. 272 is a minus 14, it looks like to me. Right, no, minus 16. So he finishes even with LaSalle Jr. if it's LaSalle Jr. doesn't change much. Gonna clean that up now. Okay. So Westinghouse and Honorado are done. Now back to 17 for Melton and Yarlett. Yarlett got a birdie by way of the out of contention. Normal 3 is a par for him. And now it's going to be Parker Melton. And he'll have control 1, 3, 4, par 4. Pretty good finish for him if he can stay in the top 5. Great start to the season. Okay, so again, 1, 3, 4. Oops, I'm on the par 3. I don't need that. Is it direct? No. Not a hacker, so experience. He's an icon, green 1. He's not a prospect. That's a gimme birdie for Melton. He'll take sole possession a second as long as he avoids the 6-6, and he does. So 3 under on his back 9. Melton, after sort of a middling front, is putting it together here. Actually, not a middling front. He's 2 under, so 5 under on his round. Not bad at all. Okay, Aberley and Magallanes. Aberley first here. This is he could join Melton here with this hole. Okay, that is a gimme birdie for him, and he will. So he'll take the birdie. And now Magallanes, double cordial. And he makes a par. Okay, so back to 15. It'll be McAdams and Sykes. Sykes has the honor. Easy, or a normal 2 is a par. And now McAdams, 2 blue chips. He's going to play 2 red chips. He's going to play 1, and he's going to make it a black 1. So regardless of how this comes out, he'll avoid water. And so he would normally get a you can't earn a blue chip there, but he does get that par with the white 6. So okay, comes to Ramirez and Mulkers. Mulkers first, 5 behind with 5 to play. Okay, it's going to be course control 46 in the woods with off the tee. Green 6 going to be a really tough ask to get up and down. Is he a master? Semi-master, no dot, so he's going to have a double difficult putt for par. He's going to lag it. And so the easy bogey. Oh, and he misses that, so it's going to be a gimme double. Double for Mulkers, and I think that does take him out of contention. So, okay. So now Ramirez, back-to-back bogeys. He's going to hold on to that blue chip for now. 22 in the rough off the tee. Green 1, that's a good thing. Workman, he's not a workman, so he ends up with a wow chance. Could get a second blue chip here. Actually, does get a second blue chip. And we re-roll the white die. It's a 6. Difficult putt for birdie. Difficult, moderate, easy. He's got to try and grease the skids here. He needs a 1 to 4 now. Easy birdie, and he makes it. So trying to get a top 5 here to start his season. Okay, back to 13. Right now my gastro system is a little off. I'm gonna try and fight my way through this. So Copeland the third, been horrible. He's gonna take a special result off a 6. You do use the special result even when it's a 6, because that is considered golfer control. So let's see. Maybe this can help Copeland the third. Let's give it a whirl. We've got the no. So par 4, level 1, 23. Out of bounds from the tee. Add 2 strokes. Stormy the rest of the round. He's already stormy. So add 2 strokes and start over. Copeland melting down here in his round. That's a 35. Golf Cam course. Green 3. Daunting. Clutch putt for bogey. This is really for triple now. He needs a 1 to 3. Well, he does make that, but that is a triple bogey. And he's going to drop out of contention. So Greer Copeland III is out of contention. He has completely had a meltdown here on the back 9. And let's do LaSalle here. I may have to take a short break. He'll take his par, and he will lose the red chip. All right, I'm going to keep trying to go here. This is not going to be easy, but okay, so Melton at the 18th, tied for second. And it's going to be 1-3-5 on the par 5. Not a duffer, not puny. He's a semi-hero with a dot, so he will have special short game. Green die result 1. Is he stone? No. He's going to have a pin shot off of the triangular one. Let's roll the white die and see. It is a 4, so that leaves him a moderate birdie putt. 1 to 2. He's going to miss, so an easy par. And he makes that. So that's a 33 on the back, 67. Well, that's a 269 minus 19. That's where we got him. All right, and Yarlett finishing out his round. Where's my green die? All right, I'm going to have to take a short break here. We will be right back in just a moment. I'll get this restarted again shortly, so be right back.